Well, homelessness has always been a scourge in all societies, and the last 25 years have seen a real focus on trying to reduce homelessness. Homelessness is not actually just about property and buildings. It's about people's struggles. And homelessness in our community isn't just people who are rough sleeping, of course. It's people who are couch surfing, living in cars. Increasingly, they're young people and women. Sometimes they have children as well. So it's a real microcosm of life.
Research has a huge role to play in the ending homelessness conversation in Australia and beyond, and certainly locally. I think a key role that we play is bringing together that evidence with the practice conversations on the ground. So, a starting point for a number of those projects has been data, understanding who's homeless, understanding what their needs look like. And I think sometimes we make assumptions about people's needs, and actually the best thing we can do is talk to people about what they do actually need and whether the service system as we currently structure it is actually working for people. The project that we've just completed is Ending Homelessness, a toolkit for local government. So that is a really practical resource designed for South Australia's local government organisations to sort of step them through the entire process of thinking about how they might end homelessness in their communities. There's a range of practical examples given in that toolkit around what actions local governments can take. There's also other examples of initiatives that are already going on around the country. Programs like having social workers in libraries, programs where local government community safety people are being trained up in particular trauma-informed ways of working. So libraries are one of those long-standing hubs that I think people trust. So they trust the staff, they trust the safety of the environment. It's a low pressure environment. So I think there's a real role for reimagining what libraries are to us, engaging with people who might be showing signs of distress or isolation, and then really guiding them through what can be a quite complicated system. These programs are delivering things like access to, toiletries or emergency assistance and those kind of things that we know are a real challenge at the moment with a cost of living crisis as well.
Our whole strategy towards homelessness and housing has been based on evidence and research. And when you invest more money, it is important that you do it in a way that can be verified, documented, and proven to be effective. Because we're spending public money, so you must always have research. I am very keen that we should use universities. Flinders particularly is involved with this project. Having a unified approach across local government means that we can all look at the same way of supporting the community, because the most important thing to do is not do what used to be done in the last century, but also have information that allows the services to match people with the needs to the services that are available.